Hello, it's Leah Simone. Welcome back to Intuitively Simone. If it's your first time, welcome. Sorry, you guys, I had a bubble in my throat. Does that ever happen to you? Do you know what I'm talking about when I say that? Like it's like a spit bubble or something. How disgusting. Anyways, welcome to your tarot reading today. I'm not quite sure what this reading is going to be. Lately I've been drawn more to the free flow style reading. So I'm just going with that. And what that means is that I don't have like a defined topic or a question or anything that's being asked. I will record the video, and then usually after I go back and I'm editing, I can pick up on the themes of each of the piles, and then in that case I'll assign like a question to the reading. But we're just gonna do like a general spirit messages. I picked these out. These were calling to me. I wasn't getting so much from the shells, but I was getting something from each of these little things here. So your pile one is go out into nature. I hope you guys can see that because I cannot see the screen. So I hope it's in frame. All right, this one is stretch your body for pile 2. And then pile 3, you have scream it out. Okay, so I will put up a picture for you, and then of course your timestamps will be listed below. I really hope this is in frame, you guys. If it's not, I'm sorry. So pause here if you need to just meditate to figure out what pile or piles you are drawn to. And again, your timestamps will be listed below. Otherwise, I will see you at your pile. Okay, so pile 1, I wanted to start by getting a card. I wasn't really getting so much from these shells. So I don't want to like force it, but I did want to start off by getting a song. So this reading feels kind of like it feels, so this is my normal way of doing a reading, but it feels a little like unorganized, ungrounded, which totally makes sense about going into nature, like grounding. It just feels a little bit like chaotic because there's no routine or structure or no like outline or plan. It feels a little bit frantic is the word that I heard, but I was gonna say it feels a little like unsteady. It feels a little unnerving, and it's like I heard fake it till you make it. So there might be a situation that you're dealing with right now that it's like this might be relationship related, where it's like maybe you guys don't have titles and you guys are enjoying each other's company. You have good chemistry. You're just kind of like going along with the flow, and there's no set direction. No one has really defined like this is what I want or this is what I don't want, or let's make titles or whatever. Like it feels nice. It's going in a good direction, but it's unnerving because you're like you don't know like how it's okay. So what I'm getting is like, if this is a relationship, this doesn't have to be, it's easier for me to relate to this message, to messages of tarot, by comparing it to relationships. But of course, take it as it applies. This could be like with a business partner is what I heard, or it could be with a company. It could be any type of like relationship dynamic, friend, family, whatever. So what I'm getting is like, the example that I'm getting is, if we were talking about a relationship, for example, like you know that if you had the title of girlfriend, okay, as a girlfriend, there are certain things that are expected of you. You know how to move in that lane. You know that means exclusivity. Exclusive. Did I say that right? Exclusive. That means that the two of you guys are exclusive. Why am I struggling with that word? Exclusivity. That's right? Anyways, it means the two of you guys are exclusive. It means that you guys are probably going to be spending the night at each other's houses regularly. Maybe at some point you guys might start moving in with each other. You know that means that any, like friends with benefits or romantic interest that you've had, that's like you're gonna make that clear and cut that off. Maybe even like communicate with your friends, like, hey, you might see a little less of me. I'm investing in this relationship, whatever. It's like, what's expected of you when you have that title. And without it, it's kind of like, I mean, do I do this even though I don't have the title? Would that be too pushy? Or is this like not, it's like, I'm not sure how to navigate. And it's this feeling of like being a little ungrounded in yourself. Like you are a type of person that just, you are a type of person that just kind of like you are pretty good with going with the flow. Until it's like, how can I, like it's like you don't mind going with the flow, but there comes a certain point when you're not sure how much to invest or how much to pull back, because that can alter the direction of whatever you're giving to. So if it's a relationship, like if you give too much, you can be deemed too clingy or too needy or too girlfriend-like, meanwhile, or boyfriend-like, meanwhile the other person didn't want a relationship, and now that's messed up the flow. Or maybe you're not giving enough and that person does actually want more. This all kind of comes, it's like bringing me back to like communication. All right, so let's see what this says. It says, when you are in the village, you are with your family, but your family may not be with you. Well, that is definitely not what I was expecting at all. I feel like I want to get like, let me just sit with this for a second, because okay, when you are in the village, you are with your family, but your family may not be with you. This message is kind of coming in a little bit slow. So I don't know if that means I need to like slow down and take my time. I'm just getting this energy of like protectiveness. I don't know if you feel protective over your family, or if your family is protected over you. Some sort of like something relating to family and protection. So I don't know if that's like you feel protective over your family, or your family feels protective over you, or maybe the person that if this is a relationship, it could be a company, anything, take it as it applies. There's something, let me get some cards. There's an element of like protection and family, and I'm not sure what that dynamic is. I actually don't even know, like, I feel like I have, let me get a couple more of these. I feel almost like, I don't know how to describe this. It feels almost like, this feels kind of like anxiety, like PTSD, kind of like you don't, oh my gosh, this feels like, oof, someone that might have, the best thing that I can compare it to is like someone that may have experienced like narcissistic abuse. And well, I don't know if you know, but if you've ever interacted with someone that's like strong, that has strong narcissistic characteristics, a lot of their demeanor is to blame you, and then they're the victim. And so whether you've done anything wrong or not, so coming out of that, it's very common that the victim of the narcissism, I don't even want to say victim, but the person that experienced narcissism can be in a position where they're constantly like defending themselves, or explaining themselves, or like not sure, it's like they need to try to do everything and do it like almost perfect. It's just like they need to cover every ground to make sure that they are doing everything right, so that they can't be berated or accused or abused, manipulated, whatever, into believing that they've done something wrong. So it's almost like this walking on eggshells feeling, and that's how I feel doing this reading. Like, I don't have everything together, but I can't show you that I don't have anything together, because you, meaning like, this might be your energy that I'm describing. This is what I'm feeling right now. So this would be me, what I'm explaining is you, and how you might be responding to someone, this other person, or the relationship, whatever it is, a business partnership, whatever it is. So it's like the way that I'm feeling, and I believe I'm describing your energy. The way that I'm feeling is like, I don't really know what's going on. I don't know the direction. I don't know. It's like a shoe can drop at any moment. I don't know if, like you, the viewer, might want to go left or go right or whatever. And so I'm like, okay, let me just take it as it comes, and I don't really know, I don't have a plan, but I'm going to do my best to try to make it seamless and cover all the bases, and like use all the cards, so that I can't be blamed for not using it, for not using one particular card. And then I'm, let me make sure it's in frame and lay it out, and da-da-da. It's like that. It's like this, it's like walking on eggshell, kind of PTSD type energy that's like very ungrounded and frantic. I'm just noticing like how much this flame is like bouncing around. Of course, now that I mentioned it, now it's like calming down, but I'm just noticing like how much that flame is bouncing around, and that's kind of like what the energy feels like. It's so disturbed and all over the place, and it's like, but it's like, again, I'm hearing now, never let them see you sweat. It's like almost this like, pretend like you have it all together, like put on a brave face, save face, but you know, on the inside there's like a lot going on. So as far as like, there's something here. There's something here. All right. And I want to clarify, but I think there's something that I'm missing, or there's, because, okay, hold on. Let me slow down and back up a minute. Spirit is directing me. Like, I keep wanting to go towards the cards, but they're like slowing me down. So there might be something that I'm missing. This might be this might be like a familial dynamic. This might be how you feel like relating to your family. There may be someone in your family that's like this. A prominent figure of your family. So maybe an elder, a parent, someone that may have served as like a guardian to you. This also could be like, I'm getting like a love relationship. So this could be like someone that you were romantically involved with, that type of family dynamic. I don't know why I did that in quotes, but like that type of family dynamic. So not like, you know, blood-born inherited family, but it could be like the family that you created. That type of dynamic. There's a card that's jumped. This one is really standing out to me. Go on a fun trip. Okay, so let me get, nope, I keep wanting to get some cards, and then this one, follow your heart. This is, all right. Okay, I'm getting like beach. So I want to say like, I'm hearing I'm hearing in the commercial, if you or someone you know, so either you or someone you know, particularly I'm being drawn back to the relationship example that I've given in the beginning, either you or that person in the relationship, whatever way that you relate to this, or maybe even both of you guys are really like drawn to the beach or love the beach or something. The beach is significant in some way. And either, again, I'm hearing like, if you or someone you know, so either you or this other person is really drawn to like animals, creatures, maybe even sea life, like turtles or fishes, dolphins, little crabs, little like the beach crabs, hermit crabs, like nature. I'm just getting like super, so okay, you have to go on a fun trip. So that is suggested. Maybe the two of you guys want to go on a trip. I mean, I'm just giving what's going through, so please only take what, you know, is appropriate for you. But that, I believe, is like, there's this need to connect back with nature and go on a trip, like to let your hair down and have fun and just connect back to that. I heard wholesome, like connect back to that wholesome fun, that effortless connectivity. There's so much like in the head energy. And it's like there's the need for grounding and going into nature, specifically a beach is what I'm getting. It's going to be very, very beneficial. It's like connecting. Okay, so what I'm getting is like going into nature, specifically a beach, is going to connect you back to yourself. It's going to connect you back to clarity is what I heard. It's going to connect you back to your heart. It's going to connect you back to your mind. It's like it's gonna bring everything into perspective is what I was gonna see. Okay, so what I just saw was a vision of like the beach, and I don't know what exactly this is, but there are things kind of suspended in the air. It almost looks like little glass raindrops. So like raindrops that have stopped, but they're made out of like glass, and then it all just falls. So it's like you would be the person kind of like what are these raindrops, like looking at this thing and it's boggling your mind. It's like giving you headaches. It's like you analyzing raindrops. This is a metaphor. So take raindrops for whatever that means for you. I know for me, like and not just for me, in general, water is significant of emotions. So maybe it's like the different facets of emotions. Maybe you've been like really going within lately with yourself, or even maybe with the other person, trying to figure out the emotional aspect of either yourself or the other person, or how the two of you guys connect or don't connect or whatever, to try to have a better understanding. And it's like so much focus, so much attention is going into that emotional aspect, and it's kind of suspended. But I'm seeing like going to the beach, those raindrops just kind of fall, and then I'm seeing that they reintegrate back with the earth. So it's like there would be clarity. So this super focus of looking at these glass raindrops that's suspended in the air is keeping you from being able to see the beauty that is the beach, the wide open sky that touches with the wide open ocean that trickles forward to your toes and seamlessly blends and integrates with the sand, that just trails and gets thicker and then connects with the grass. It's giving me this message of like everything's connected, but you're not able to see that because okay. So the metaphor is basically saying like there's such a hyper focus on these small details, and not that they're not significant, but it's like you're not able to, you've looked at it too long. And so now it's being counterproductive. You're not able to see the beach. Sorry, my hands are moving so much. I'm seeing the vision, and I'm just kind of like describing, I don't know, I'm a hand talker. So it's like you're missing the bigger picture. You can't see the beach because you're focused so much on the suspended raindrops. And then again, those suspended raindrops is a metaphor. Something about suspended is like really sticking out. Something that has been suspended, either in the situation with you, within that person. There's something that's like seemingly stuck. And it's like the message of like, as soon as you just like take your eyes off of it and stop focusing on it, it's going to fall and integrate. Okay. It's going to like, everything is going to, it's going to go back to, it's like there was this is what I'm explaining, what I'm seeing now. It's like there was this, thing that was happening where there was a nice like flow of two things kind of coming together naturally and effortlessly. And then because there was something that was like pinpointed, it was like everything had to stop to look at that thing. And as long as there's a continuation of speculation on whatever that thing is, it could have been an event, a conversation, an interaction of sorts, a rumor, I heard speculation. So that, I heard miscommunication. It could be anything. So, but it's like, as long as the focus is on that, everything else has to stop. So once you take your focus off of that and you kind of like zoom out and look at the big picture, everything can kind of resume, and it can go back to like that effortless flow. I heard that feeling of ease, and then I'm being brought back to the beach scene again. So it's like this, and then there's just like, there's this calm feeling that just kind of comes over me. Again, the raindrops that were suspended have fallen, so that they're not even there anymore. Now you can just see like, gosh, I feel so, it's like now suddenly I just feel so relaxed, and like, this is what it's like a deep breath. It's like a deep breath of fresh air, and an appreciation for the sound of the ocean, for the waves, how they crash, for like the sky. So this could be talking about literal nature, the actual beach, or this, I'm getting that this, like the description of the beach and the suspension, this is a metaphor to you and this other thing, whether it's a person in a relationship, or whether it's the relationship between you and a business partner. Maybe it's a relationship between like co-parents. It could be you and another family member, like I said, the elder or anything like that. It could be, you in your relationship with like your career, your work, your job. There's something like that. It's a metaphor, but it's basically saying like, once you stop focusing on this finite detail and you can zoom out and kind of see the bigger picture, the whole picture is actually what I just heard, the whole picture. So it's not even about it being the bigger picture, it's the whole picture. Something about like not seeing the bigger picture. When you focus so much on just like the small detail, you can't see the bigger picture. I know I keep repeating myself, so let me try to say that in another way. It's not until you see the bigger picture that things can kind of start going again, because like you looking at this detail is like putting a pin in the middle of it's giving me, it's like, it's starting to give, it's like making my, behind my eyes hurt. There's so much mental focus on this thing, whatever it is. And Spirit is saying, okay, wow. I just heard, I don't know if you guys, you probably can't see me, but I just like put my fingers up to my ear, like to close my ears, because anyways, I just heard Spirit and they were like, stop, like that. Like, it's like, you need to stop. Whatever it is that you are like overanalyzing and picking apart and trying to figure out, that's what I heard. Whatever you're trying to figure out, stop, because that process that you're doing, that thing that you're doing, is stopping the flow. I'm hearing that it's like the very flow that you want to get back to. It's like, okay, I heard catch-22. So it's like, you think that by looking at this detail, it's going to help you get back to this flow. But in fact, it's actually you looking at the detail that's stopping the flow. And once you can look away from the detail, the flow will continue. It's like, you think that if you look at this detail and figure this out, that it's going to get you to be able to zoom out and see the bigger picture. But in fact, not looking at that tiny detail and just like zooming out is and allowing, I don't know how to, it's like, I don't know how to explain it to you, the viewer, as like what your process would be as far as like zooming out. I don't know if that I feel like it's like connect back with nature, with fun, like go on connect back with yourself, like connect back with the things that you enjoy, with laughter, with fun. Like, I'm just seeing this person that's like at this desk in a dark room with a candlelight, like head on his forehead, just like brows scrunched, and just kind of by himself, a bunch of like papers and books, like hardcore researching something. And it's dark and it's lonely and it's dank, and it's like that person hasn't seen the light of day or even a shower. Like, they're just kind of disgruntled and just so intently focused, almost like to the point of losing their mind. That's you, metaphorically speaking. That's you in this situation. It's like, that's how Spirit's seeing you anyway. So it's like, get out of that room. Get out of that room. Go in the sun. Oh my gosh, there's no such thing as coincidence. So before I did this reading, I was saying like to my friend, I'm feeling ungrounded. And I always think that I can attribute it to something else, and then Spirit comes through and like lets me know really what it is. And if you know Spirit, that's how Spirit works. Anyway, so I when I felt that way, I was like, man, I need some sunlight. Like, I need to literally get out of this building that I'm in and go outside and get some sunlight. And it was like instantly, as soon as the sun hit me, I started to feel alive. I was just soaking in it. Like, I was soaking in the warmth of the sun rays. That's what you need. Like, that's what you need, is to get out of this metaphorical dark room and go into nature, go get some sunlight, go to the beach, go for a walk in a trail with trees, go to the mountains, go to a lake, go to your front porch if you have like a grass patch, and put your feet on the grass. Just get out, get into some sun, get into some fresh air, get into some nature. And it's like gonna connect you back. This follow your heart is standing out to me. It's like, it's gonna connect you back to yourself and like joy, like the things that you enjoy. And then doing that is your way of zooming out. That's your way of no longer looking at the small detail and kind of reconnecting to the bigger. It's like, how can I describe it? It's like, in that, I can't tell you how that's going to work out for you specifically. This is a general reading, so it's going to be different for everybody. But in that process of connecting with nature, it's going to come to you in whatever way it comes to you, and it's going to make sense. So if you're a person that goes for walks and you find that you're in a meditative state, you know what I'm saying? Like, it can come to you that way. If you decide you want to go to the beach, and then on that drive to the beach, while driving, you go into like kind of a meditative state, it might come to you that way. If you're a person that cleans, and in your cleaning, you know, you receive like these kind of intuitive hits, or maybe you have these like aha moments, it can come to you. It's going to be different for everyone. But something about connecting back. Okay, so now what I'm hearing is like your natural state. So even if you're not necessarily a person that hardcore likes to go out into the outdoors, right now it's winter time where I am. I mean, it's January. It feels pretty much like spring. But if you're in a cold area, for example, let's say you don't really like to go outside, even if that's just like stepping away from work or whatever this is, journaling, like whatever it is that has your intense focus, and just being in your natural state. Even if that means like, okay, this is not a thing I say, but I heard walking around in your skivvies. So, you know, that, even if it's that, even if you're a person that naturally just walks around like maybe in your underwear and some socks is literally what I'm saying. And that's what you do, and that's kind of how you unwind and relax. It's like maybe you've gotten away from that, like go back to that. Go back to your way of being. You know what I'm saying? Like your natural, just kind of like effortless, the way that you connect to yourself, whatever that is. The way that you connect to like your intuition, to spirit, to other people, to your environment, your situation. Like go back to that connectivity. I'm getting a lot of like connectivity issue. You might have been a little bit isolated lately. Like, oh, okay. So I'm getting also like a separation from like maybe family dynamic. And if it's not like your birth family, then it could be like your soul family, you know, like the people that you found throughout your life, really close friends, or, you know, whatever, that it's like those people that you meet that you're like, I knew you in another lifetime, like you're my family. You know what I mean? Like connecting back to that type of energy. There's one more that's sticking out I want to get. Embrace gratitude. That's pretty self-explanatory. I was gonna so yeah, embrace gratitude. I keep hearing be thankful. So there may be a need to be thankful. No, it's not that. It's like, okay, let me just say it quite frankly. You might feel lately like it's been a little bit difficult for you to feel thankful. Something about like family. Something is coming through about family, man. Family with, let me see. Let me try to get, all right, I need some more information. Gosh, I just got this sudden feeling of like sadness, like kind of like it feels almost like, I don't know, like a loss or a change. I heard disruption. Like, I heard nothing was the same. Like there's some kind of change or disruption or something. I think relating to your family dynamic. I heard sudden realization. Okay, emphasis on sudden. I keep seeing sudden in my third eye. I heard disruption again. Did I say that already? I think I said that already. I can't remember. I'm channeling you guys, but I heard disruption. Okay, so this song, all right, so Spirit's reminding me like what this song is about. When you are in the village, you are with your family, but remember your family may not be with you. It's like this realization that like you thought that your family had your back. It's like you may have poured so much into your family and kind of like, okay, I was gonna say uplifted them, and then I saw like a pedestal. So like you might have had them on a pedestal, and really like uplifted them, spoke highly of them, really like poured a lot. Okay, I heard family name, like really poured a lot into the family name. Oh gosh, okay, there's a lot coming through. I heard when shit hit the fan. It's like when something goes south, when shit hits the fan, your family is not necessarily as supportive as you thought they were gonna be. Okay, gosh, it's making me, I'm feeling like you might be feeling a little bit nervous, or like this is uncomfortable territory. Oh, it's like, okay. Oh gosh, there's so much coming in. I lost the message because okay, let me slow down for a second. If you need to take a break, to pause and come back to this, by all means, go for it. I do want to remind you though, I'm channeling, and so if this is coming out very fast and direct and blunt, it's not a reflection of how I see this situation. My own personal opinion is not a part of this. This is just, I'm channeling what's coming through as it's coming through, and it's coming through pretty quickly. So it could feel a little bit spitfire. And I don't know if that made you feel a little bit nervous or uncomfortable. Like, what am I about to hear? Am I about to be attacked? It's taking me back to the beginning when I said, like, you know, someone that has come out of, you know, experiencing a relationship with someone that might have been highly narcissistic, and that kind of like on eggshell defense, like like that very defensive type of energy. I started to feel that again. I want you to know I'm not attacking you. This is not me. There's no need to be on defense with me. I'm just giving what Spirit is giving, and Spirit is basically saying, like, they see your situation. So I hope that met whoever that needed to meet, and I think it did, because that feeling has gone away. So let me continue. So with this, I'm going to try to continue, you know, with caution, because I understand that this can be a little bit of a delicate situation, and it's easy for me to remove my personal self out of it when I'm channeling, because again, that's just how my gifts work. Thank you, Spirit. So I'm going to try to remember to be a little more like delicate and just kind of like go a little slower. But what I'm saying is, like, there's this situation where I think that you might have expected to have a little more support in whatever way you needed it, in whatever way it would have been significant for you. That's going to be different for everybody, but from your family about a specific situation. And it could be, I believe it's the situation with, like the example that I gave in the beginning, like you and however that applies, this relationship, this business partnership, this career, you and the world, whatever it is. But it's like, you had a realization, and maybe you try to bring that. Okay. So I heard disruption again. It's like I'm getting like sudden change in energy. So maybe there was a sudden change in, okay, I'm hearing direction, and I'm seeing the word direction, and I'm hearing what you want. It's like there's a sudden change in like what you wanted, or the direction that you were going, or like how you related to something. It's like your family was used to you being one way your whole life, and then you had a change of heart, a change of direction, and you thought your family was going to be a little more supportive. No, correction. You thought your family was going to be supportive, and it turned out they weren't. And it's like, in that, there's this realization that when you are in the village, you are with your family, but your family may not be with you. I heard on guard. So it's like there's this like sudden feeling of being guarded. Like when you're around your family, because you're not, this is taking me back again to like the PTSD of being in a relationship or being very close to someone who has heavy narcissistic characteristics. It's almost like you don't really know what to say or do. Like you have to walk on eggshells because you're not really sure what type of response or reaction you're going to get. And it could be volatile, or it could be like overbearingly and fake, disgusting, loving. Like it's just confusing. You're like, I don't even know. I don't even know you. Like it's like that. Like it's like you realizing like, I don't even know who you are. Like all this time I thought you were being genuine, but you were a fake. Like you only supported me as long as I went along with your agenda, or as long as I went along with whatever you approved of, or approved that, I heard approved with, whatever you approved with. That doesn't make sense to me. Maybe that makes sense to you. That does not make sense to me though, but it's not my reading. So, I want to get a card for, okay. So we are not going to be using tarot today, Spirit said. So we are just going to be using these little babies and apparently my psychic gifts and my intuition. So it's all good. All right. So can you give me a little bit more about this one then, Spirit? Because I have no idea what direction that's going in. I feel like I need another. Let me see what's in this guy. He's well. Let me just sit for a minute, actually, before I get like another card. Let me just sit with this for a second, you guys. Let me make sure it's still recording. I'm sorry if this is getting a little bit long. I'm probably going to try to like wrap this up again. Okay, I'm being brought back to the beach. I'm seeing like a bonfire on the beach. California. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just channeling and talking with spirit. Sometimes they tell me things and I'm not sure if it's like for me to know and hear to like move me in a direction, or if it's for me to hear and then say for you guys to receive. So I'm just clarifying. But okay, so I'm seeing the bonfire on a beach. It's kind of making me a little bit like sad, a little bit weepy. I don't know what that is. If it's kind of like nostalgia. Do you have a memory or something that's associated with like a bonfire on the beach? Or okay, I heard at the same time I heard wish fulfillment and dreams. I don't know if I heard dreams come true or dreams do come true. Spirits like has gotten really soft and just kind of like taking their time with this message, and I respect that. It's like I'm seeing, I don't know if this is you, but I'm seeing someone a little bit like a little bit like kind of nostalgic and like heart flutters and like fighting back tears. I don't know. It's like this weepiness for, I can't, okay, hold on. Let me slow down a minute. You're like, if you go any slower, you're going to stop. You're right. Okay, I don't know. Did you need a minute to get yourself together? It's okay if you did. That's what I'm feeling. Like, it was like, I just needed to slow down a minute because maybe you were having a moment and like, you needed to like kind of compose yourself, which is all, listen, I dig it. One second. I'm sorry, there's people walking by, so I'm gonna, well, okay, whatever. If you heard that, sorry about that. Okay, last one that's standing out to me here is prioritize your needs. I actually want to get, for the sake of symmetry, because I am a freak, I do want to get another chakra card. Which, well, I don't, okay. Oh God, this feels like it's going to go into another. All right, let me just put, that's a lot, so, and I'm not sure which card it is, so let me just put that back in there, because I don't, let me just, all right. Prioritize your needs. Again, protection is coming through again. This isn't, I don't know why I feel the need to say, like, it's not like protect yourself from violence, although it may be, you'll know your situation, but it's like energetic protection and just kind of like protect your energy. And I don't mean like there's a spiritual like attack on you. You know your situation, but what I mean is like, I'm getting boundaries. Jesus, Aaliyah, why did that take so long to say? Like, protect your energy by putting boundaries in place and prioritizing your needs. If you know you need so much time alone, or you know you need so much time with people, you know you need to dedicate so much time to giving to your business, or giving to your passion, or giving to your family, or giving to your self, giving to your mental health, giving to your practices, your spiritual practice, your meditation, your journaling, your whatever it is. If you know that you need to drink so much water a day, if you know that you need to increase your fruits and vegetables, if you know that you need to, have sex once like every other day or a week or a month or whatever. If you know that you need to have a sexual release, if you know that you don't need a sexual release, whatever it is, whatever your needs are, prioritize that. And in prioritizing that and setting boundaries for people to not be able to like bully you into whatever direction they want you to go into, or to kind of bulldoze over your boundaries, do that. And that's going to protect you. That's going to protect your energy. I'm getting that that's going to, I'm getting two things, that it's going to be like intuitive. You'll know intuitively, like, I don't really feel like I want to do that today, or like, like what your need, like how to manage your needs. You'll know intuitively, and as you pay attention, it'll make more sense. And then you can kind of like in your mind, not that you have to like express it to anyone, but you can if you want to. That way, like if, for example, you get back into a relationship, or you mend this business partnership, or you have a sit down with this manager in this career path, or whatever it is, then you can say like, hey, this is what I know about myself. And so like, can we work this out? You know what I mean? Like, can we integrate this with what your needs are? Like, how can we mesh this together? It's going to be like an intuitive process. Eventually you'll get to a point where you can kind of like delineate and distinguish, this is what I need. Can you meet these needs? Is this okay with you? That type of thing, and vice versa. But it will protect your energy. And because you'll know what you need, you'll know how to provide it for yourself. You'll know what to ask for someone of someone else. You'll know like what you will accept or not accept. You'll have firmer boundaries in place. And if something doesn't work out, you'll know how to, it's like, it won't be, okay, hold on. Okay, so I'm getting that like, it's, okay, hold on. Okay, so yeah, okay, so Spirit is saying like, this is an intuitive process. You have to, okay, I heard know yourself. So you have to know yourself, be aware of yourself to know what you need. How do you be aware of yourself? By being accountable, taking stock, being open-minded. If someone says like, hey, I notice you do this thing, instead of becoming defensive, which again is understandable. I want to remind you, I'm not judging you, because now I'm being brought back to the beginning of the reading when I mentioned about like the PTSD of coming out of a relationship with someone that was highly narcissistic. It's like, there's no need to put your defenses up. Just be a little bit open-minded. Just because someone says, hey, they noticed this thing about you, if you don't, give yourself the ability to digest it. And it doesn't have to be with that person. You could even say, that's interesting. I'll process that. I need to process that. Or like, let me take some time to consider that. Or I never thought about that, whatever. And then you can do that alone on your own if you want to, or you can have the conversation with them, whichever you think is best. But if at the end, when you process that or you have that conversation, you decide, I think that maybe there's a miscommunication or a misunderstanding, because I don't feel that way about myself at all, and here's why. It doesn't have to be a defensive way. My point in what I'm saying is, though, you don't have to, you can choose to accept or reject what someone else is doing, but put in the effort to be open-minded, to consider, to process what is being said, and really be accountable in order to achieve self-awareness. When you are aware of yourself, then you can be aware of your needs. So you'll know what to ask for. And then when you know what to ask for, that other person knows what to expect. And it goes back to, again, what I was saying in that beginning, where it's like, I don't really know. Like we don't really have a title, and this feels good and it feels nice, but I'm not really sure, like, do I give more? Do I need to pull back? It's like that. When you are aware of yourself, then you're aware of your needs. And when you're aware of your needs, you can communicate that and set that expectation, and that other person can then communicate back, yes, I can meet those needs, or I can meet these many of those needs, or whatever. And it can be a conversation on both parts, back and forth. But I'm just getting for you specifically, like, there's a need to do that for yourself in order to, okay, I heard like shift perspective, but I was going to say to mend relationships that, okay, I heard have gone awry. So yeah, that's your message, pile one. It's essentially about like getting back to yourself, getting back to you and prioritizing your needs, recognizing who you are, self-awareness, self-actualization, accountability, to get back to you and follow your heart. So I hope that was helpful, and I hope that served you. If it did, pile one, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you think that this message will benefit someone else, please feel free to share this on. If you are returning from a past video, I want to say thank you so much for coming back. And if this is your first time, I hope to see you again in a future video. Thank you so much, pile one. Bye. Okay, so pile two, what I'm hearing right away is move your body, babe. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my gosh, what is that song? Move. I'm seeing it. It's like, I want to say it's like, is it Lumidee? Do you guys remember that group? God, they were like, anyways, move your body. It's like giving me like dancing, like move your body. It's very upbeat. So that came through right away. You might be a female, but you don't have to be. I'm getting like, I'm seeing yoga, like I'm seeing yoga now. Yoga stretching. Oh my gosh. When I was picking out these cards for each of the shells, I was feeling a certain energy for each of them, and one of them was like a sexual energy, and one of them was like a little bit more of like a sad energy. One of them was a little bit ungrounded. This one is definitely the sexual energy, and I was like, let me just wait and see, because maybe nope, it's here. It's definitely here. Specifically something related to the booty. So maybe you are a male and you are, there's like a female that's on your mind. Maybe you're like attracted to the way a specific female moves. It's something about a female and movement and booty. So whether this is you and how you feel about yourself, kudos to you, or whether you're like feel this way about someone else, either way, I'm just getting like, okay, yoga pants is coming through, specifically black yoga pants. That's what I'm seeing. It's like a fascination or obsession, and I don't want to say obsession, but maybe it's like this, you can't take your eyes off of it. Like, you know what I mean? It's making me feel a little bit like weird, because it's like, all right, I don't know. The visual usually stays when, this is how my gifts work. So when I have a vision, it's usually there and I continue to describe it, and it's like once I hit it, then it's gone and the next one comes in or whatever it is. So until I describe like what it is, until I hit the message that spirit is trying to deliver, it still stays there. So I keep seeing just like the silhouette of a female in yoga pants, specifically from behind. And I feel a little bit weird now, because I'm like, all right, so I'm just staring at ass. Is there anything more to Sorry, you guys, my video got cut off, so I don't know what part it cut off, but basically I was just saying, yeah, that I'm just like staring at ass, and I don't really know what more there is. Oh, okay, maybe I should describe the ass. Like, what is this message? Who are you? I'm not judging, but like, let's talk. Can we talk? Because what's up? Has it been a while? Do you need to have some fun? All right, this butt that I'm seeing is like round. It's very lifted. It's like, it's a nice butt. It's like toned and lifted and round and like juicy. God, well, who am I? What's happening right now? This my intention was not for this to be like a sexual pile. I mean, I whatever. Spirit speaks and I just deliver the message. I did not intend this to go this direction. So there's like, oh my gosh, I'm really have to describe the butt that I see right now. All right, so it's like perky. It's like a person that's been working out. Like they've been working out to get this butt. The legs are like nice and toned and in shape, the quads, but it's not like muscular. It's not like bodybuilder. It's like nice, juicy, thick, lifted, perky, jiggly, round. And then the thighs, the legs match. Like you can obviously, well, me, through my vision, like I can clearly tell that this person has been working out, whoever this woman is, and it's a female physique, whoever this person is. So if that's you, kudos. If this is someone that you are admiring, kudos. All right, let's get a song. Because I said so. Because that's what I did for the last one. So what? I feel like I kind of want to put these back in. Okay, I'm going to take them though. I feel like this, I don't know which card. This one is standing out. It's like, I know you need the upper hand even when we aren't fighting. Because in the past, you had to prepare every time, yeah. Don't want to leave. But if you're going to fight, then do it for me. I know you're built to love, but broken now. So just try. Yeah. That's Be Kind by Marshmello and Halsey. I'm going to put these... Okay. And then there's this one. The feeling's finally mutual. I'm ready to let you know. Don't want to see you no more. I'm ready to let this go. But never will I ever not wish you well. Though we're not together, God bless you still. It's going to get better. I know it will. Just hope you know I still pray for you. That's Pray For You by Janae Aiko. This is like, I'm getting... Okay. This took a left. So, what is this situation? I'm going to need tarot for this for sure. I'm getting like two different energies. I'm sorry. I'm just, okay. I'm like... All right, hold on a second. Spirit's like telling me to wait because I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. This is going to take a little minute. So please bear with me. If the pause gets too long, I'll fast forward it for you guys. I'm not really sure. I'm just trying to I'm going to ask Spirit, but I'm not sure how this relates to the vision that I got. Okay, I heard obsession. They're bringing me back to obsession when I said, oh, it's like there's an obsession. I was like, well, maybe not obsession, but maybe like obsession. It's like I'm getting an obsession energy. You might want to listen to this song. I don't know. I can't quite tell if this is your energy or someone else's energy. But it's Pray For You by Janae Aiko. It's basically like a song talking about how she's like separating from someone, and it's like, I have no hard feelings. There's no ill will, no intention. Like, I wish you well, but like you've made it clear that you don't want anything. So I'm finally there. I'm gonna let it go. I don't want to see you anymore. Like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't want to think about you anymore. I don't want to have fantasies or hopes or wishes. I don't want to, like, I kind of just want to pretend like this never happened. You know what I'm saying? And like, just let it be what it's going to be. And I wish you well. I don't have any hard feelings. Like, I want the best for you, but I just don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to like see it. I don't want to remember. I don't want anything. I just like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you're going through or whatever I'm going through, whatever we're both going through, like, it'll get better. But I don't want, like, I just don't want, like, I pray that you're well and that everything's good, but like, I don't even want to, it's mutual now. I don't want to go in that direction anymore. Like, I'm just getting hardcore. Like, I don't even want to revisit. Like, I kind of want to like chop it off, like get it out of my periphery. So that's what I'm picking up on that. And again, I can't quite tell if this is two different energies, or how this is even, this, you guys, I'm going to ask you please to bear with me. This is probably going to be a doozy. This feels like I'm already getting like, I'm already getting like, good God, like that. Like, this is, all right. I feel like I need a beverage. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm talking to spirit right now, I have a shit ton of questions, because in order to be able to articulate this to you, like, I need to understand, and I don't understand. So, not only do I not understand, I don't even know where to begin. It feels like, how do I describe this? It feels like to go into this would be opening up Pandora's box. And this is like it's so wild, because I saw this one here and I was like, I don't even know how that would apply. Like, I don't know. I really got to start. Spirit's probably so sick of me. I'm so skeptical sometimes, and I question them like every single step of the way. They're probably so annoyed by me, but it's all good. I saw this one and I wasn't going to get it, because to me, in my own personal logical mind, like, that didn't make sense how it fit the situation, but I'm getting it. So I was saying, like, it feels like to do this reading is like opening up Pandora's box, and it would be probably worse off than the start of this. Like, to end this, you, the viewer, might feel like worse off than when we started this. And this is saying, so the thing that was standing out to me is invest your resources, time, energy, finances, skills. And what I'm getting, honestly, is like let me be clear. Spirit is saying, like, if you're coming to this tarot reading specifically asking about someone, and you know that going down that rabbit hole of trying to understand a thing, specifically maybe about a relationship, it's like, is that the best thing? Well, is that going to move you in the direction that you want to move, to like kind of pick apart and like open Pandora's box is what I'm getting. Like, oh my gosh, I keep like, I want to like, you can't see me, but like, I feel like I have the urge to put my hands over my ears. Like, I don't want to hear. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's like, if that's how you're feeling, like you don't want to hear anything anymore. Like, you don't want to, like, it's like you don't want to know or hear anything anymore that has to do with like this deep, intense, like, I can't. I almost get the sense that it's like, not that it's a dismissive energy, but it's like, I'm tapped the fuck out in that. And unless this is going to be like, feel good and be fun and beneficial and productive and positive and move in a direction that I want, like, I don't even want to deal. That's the energy that I'm getting tapping into this, and that might give more to the situation. Well, that's confusing, isn't it? Isn't that confusing? Like, it's like invest your resources, and I'm getting like be how are you, okay, and then prioritize yourself. It's like, how invest your resources, but like smart, be smart about it. Give more to the situation, prioritize yourself. This is, let me get a couple chakra cards, because this is like, what is going on with you, pile 2? What is your situation? I'm going to get there. We're going to figure this bad boy out. I feel like I got to like adjust my seating, like sit up straight, cross my legs, really get into my like meditative, intuitive position. Let me get like a little more of this, because God, I'm going to be honest with you. I need a little bit of help with this one, because, oh Lord. So this is my powder that I created that helps with like, I call it P3 plus protection. But it helps with psychic visions, astral projection, and prophetic dreams, and then protection, like hardcore spiritual protection. So I'm going to use that to help out with this reading, because I'm going to be honest with you, like this feels exhausting already. And I just heard, we out here trying to function. 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 So there's just like feeling this need of like, I'm just exactly that. Like, I'm just trying to function. Anything else that takes away from, that distracts me or knocks me off of just functioning, like basic function, I don't want it. And it's like this situation, whatever it is a thing where it's like, I don't even want to, like, fine, whatever is decided, whatever it is, like, I don't want to give to it. I don't want to defend myself. I don't want to defend anyone else. I don't want to defend the situation. I don't want to explain. I don't want to justify. I don't want to pick it apart. I don't want to dissect. I don't want to place blame. I don't want to forgive. I don't want to accept responsibility. I don't want to do anything other than whatever is going to contribute to my ability to function and move forward and feel good. Feel good. I didn't intend for it to be sexual, but if that applies, also that. It's like, I can't take any more. I'm explaining your energy. So this is me channeling, but it's like, I can't take trust issues. I cannot take anything other than ease. Aloof and different. Did you guys see, this is the second time I started to pull it out before, but then I was like, nah, and spirit always has the last word. So there you have it, folks. Yeah, aloof, indifferent. I think that was what was meant to come out, but I'll see. When I was talking about it, it's just like, I can't. Okay, you say that I'm that, cool, I'm that. Like, I don't even have the energy to debate, to argue, to defend. Okay, you say I'm the opposite of that thing that you just said I was? Cool, I'm that too. Like, I cannot give to it. It's like that. I'm just indifferent. It's just like, yeah, okay, whatever. Not even whatever, like dismissive. It's just like, yeah, whatever you say. I don't have the energy, the time to argue. Like, cool, you think that I'm this, or you think that I'm that, or you say that this was the situation, or this is what happened, or you feel this way, or this could have been done differently. Whatever it is that you say, cool. Like, you got it, homie. That's the energy. I think that's your energy. Like, that's how you feel about the situation. Like, you got it, homie. I'm just exhausted. I can't. I just heard maybe this, I don't know. I don't know that this is meant to be funny, but I just heard, so you trying to fuck? Like, wow, I was not expecting that. Like, that's your energy right now. Like, if it's not, I can't. If it's not giving to me, to a situation, if it's not helping me function, if it's not like forward movement, if it's not beneficial or contributing, you got it, dude. I'm not trying to, that's all you. Like, that's the energy. Like, you got it. And honestly, I'm not fucking mad at it if we're being honest. Think about it is coming out as standing out to me. And I'm not really sure why that is. What is that, spirit? Think about it. Okay, so they're bringing me back to trust issues, but to clarify, like, it's like the opposite of having trust issues. Or, okay, what is this, spirit? It's like, okay, let me try to describe this real quick. It's like, this isn't trust issues like, someone says they're going to do something and then you're like, are you sure? I don't know. This, it's not trust issues like that. It's just, it's trust issues like, it's like, I don't give a fuck. It's like trust issues like, okay, whatever you say. Like, I got me at the end of the day anyway, so I don't really care what you say or do or whatever. Like, you say you're going to do it, cool, do it. I'm not invested. That's the energy. It's like, I'm not invested. Like, all right, fine. I don't know why I heard like, okay, so you want to fight? Cool. Okay, well, let's fight. You don't want to fight? All right, fine. You want to talk? Fine, let's talk. Okay, you want to go separate ways? Cool, we'll do that. It's like, I'm not invested. Like, I don't even... it's like that type of trust issue. Like, it's like the trust issue that like people are all talk. You know what I'm saying? Or like, God, I don't know if I'm doing a good job of describing this. It's not this trust. It's not a feeling of trust issues that like something is going to be done to me. Like, I can't trust that someone means what they say or that they're genuine. It's not that type of trust issue. It's the trust issue that's like, people are all talk. Like, I can't trust anybody to show up. Okay, it's taking me back to that whole functionality. Like, I don't trust someone. If I say like, I broke down on the side of the street because I ran out of gas and someone's like, oh, damn, you did? All right, yo, I'm gonna be there in a few minutes. I got you. It's like, okay, let me try to figure out another option. Like, how far is it to walk to this place? And do I have money to transfer, because I can't even, like, yeah, they say they're going to be there. And if they show up, cool, then they'll call me and I'll tell them they can pick me up where I am on my way to walk to this gas station. But I'm not going to wait around for that because, like, like, okay, I just heard time's up, buddy. Like, that's the energy of this pile. And that's connecting me to this, like, the feeling's finally mutual. It's like, I'm ready to let you know, like, I don't want to see you anymore. I'm ready to let this go. I don't have ill intentions to you, but like, okay, I just heard I'm not with the fuck shit. It's like, I don't have ill intentions. You do what you do in your own, I heard stay in your lane. Like, you do what you do. Stay in your lane. I'm not trying to be over there though. So yeah. Over analytical, and then you have think about it. What is going on? Pile 2. I feel like I need to make this symmetrical, so let's get another card. All right. Nope. Spirit said that's not the one. Okay, no to this for right now. Hold on a second, you guys. I'm sorry. Spirit is so aggressively like stopping me in this reading. It's like, it's almost uncomfortable. Like, they're like, it's like, no, I just heard no holds barred. Like, normally it's like there's a little more like I can kind of try to like push past, and like it's like a dead stop now where I'm like, well, let's just continue and see. When they say no, it's like, no, don't even. And I dig it. It's so aggressive. It's like kind of painful. That sounds not okay. Aaliyah, what? Oh my gosh. So, let me just move on. I don't know if I should explain that or not. Like, the way that I interact with spirit, with my guides, my angels, I've gotten to a point, I think I might have explained this in another video, but I've gotten to the point where like I can physically interact with them. So I'll feel them physically, and sometimes it'll be a pinch, a nudge, a poke, like a prick. Sometimes they will hit like nerves and I'll feel like a jolt. Sometimes I'll have like you guys, I think I saw the video where like they'll like do muscle spasms. Anyways, I don't know why I feel the need to explain this, but I do. So now in this reading, like them stopping me is a little more like direct, assertive. It's like, no, we don't have time to play. Like, when I say no, that's no. I dig it. I respect it. Shit, you the boss. Okay, back to your reading though, pile 2. I feel like I feel like I said what I needed to say. That's the energy that I'm feeling right now in this reading. Like, I said what I need to say. Like, there's no need to explain anymore. Like, legit, I feel like that's it for your reading. Like, I can wrap this up. Not I don't feel that way towards you. It's like, that's your energy. Like, say no more. That's what I just heard. Say no more. Like, I don't need to, and I don't know if that's you or like if that's spirit. It's like, say no more. The message is clear. You said it. Like, you got to the point. That's it. No more. No need. So, yeah, maybe that's why spirit was like I heard you need to cut it. You need to cut it. So that's a wrap for you, pile 2. Sorry if that was such an abrupt ending, but again, when spirit speaks, I just deliver the message, and I feel like that was pretty clear and to the point. And if it wasn't pretty clear and to the point, I think that the overall tone and the way that I'm ending this message is pretty clear and to the point, and that is the message. I said what I needed to say. Like, that's your energy to whatever this other person is or whatever the situation is. Like, I said what I needed to say. That's it. I'm not going to defend myself. I'm not going to keep explaining. I'm not going to elaborate. I'm not going to give any more to it. Like, that's that. So, pile 2, I hope you feel seen. I hope you can relate. Let me know if you do. I was not trying to be like rude or aggressive. I don't think that you would take it that way because I feel like this is your overall energy. And if anything, I think that you're probably like, fuck yeah, you get it. I hope so anyway. Let me know if you are. By liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel, please. If you think someone else would benefit from this message, please feel free to share it on. If you're returning from a past video, thank you so much for coming back. And if this is your first time, I hope to see you in a future video, pile 2. Thank you. Bye. All right, pile 3. So, I don't really know how to, I don't really know how I'm feeling with your, I feel a lot with your emotions, okay, so I feel like this reading might be talking about emotions a little bit. With Scream It Out, when I was going through, I got like a little bit of sadness. And I saw like a vision of someone like putting their face in a pillow and screaming. And then I also got something a little more like 18 plus related. But either way, I'm getting messages of like a need for like a release, either an emotional release or like a buildup of some kind of stagnant energy within that needs to be released in some way. And that could be through like a cry, a scream. It could be through like physical release. You get my drift. But also I'm feeling like kind of exhausted, to be honest with you. I feel a little bit tired. I'm gonna take my hoodie off, you guys. So don't mind all the extra movement and noise and stuff, but I feel just like a little bit, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like, like I'm wiped out. Like I don't have the energy. I heard, oh, do I gotta? It's like, do I have to? Do I have to do this thing? There might be, I don't know if I would say it feels lazy. I don't know that lazy is the word. It's just very like, it's like, I just want to relax. Like, I just want to, you know, like chill. Like there's this sense of, I don't know. It's like I need to like woosah, like breathe. Just kind of like calm. It's not center. It's like, Jesus, I don't even feel like I'm on the right foot. I feel a little discombobulated. There's a need to release something. I don't know, because I think that whatever you might be carrying is exhausting you. So that's your reading. Just kidding. Let's get a song for you and see if we can get a little more clarity. It's so weird because it keeps going back and forth between this different type of energy. Now I'm getting like this jovial, upbeat, joyful kind of energy, like, you know, you make me wanna shout. Put your hands up and shout. Come on now, shout. Something about shout. There's like a need to express something in a loud manner, but I don't know what this undertone of like exhaustion is. And it keeps honestly like scream it out. You make me want to shout. Like all of that. I can't tell if it's like, I'm just getting kind of like very expressive energy. Okay, there's one that flipped over, but let's see. Let's see what that bad boy is. Oh, there must be, I saw two then. Bear with me, pile 3. It's off to a slow start. It's like I have to overcome this hurdle of this feeling of, I know I saw, can I go where you are forever? Here we go. Can I go where you go? Can we always be this close forever and ever? Take me out, take me home. You're my lover. You're welcome for that rendition of Taylor Swift's Lover. It's a good song though, in my opinion, so if you want to look that up. But it's pretty self-explanatory. And then you have unapologetic when we fuck up the night. Ooh, can I say that? Unapologetic when we F up the night, we getting effed up tonight. We gon' fuck up the night. So, well, that's interesting. Like, okay. Yeah. Let me get some more of these cards here. I was hoping this is gonna be like a pretty use your skill. I can't, the energy that I'm getting is honestly like really sexual, but it's like, it's not like strictly sexual. What do I mean by that? I mean, like, it's not just like objectified. It's not like objectively sexual or objectified. It's not like just sex. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yes, let's explore that, but it's like, it's more intimate. How can I describe this? It's like there's a connection and there's intimacy, but it's not like so serious or intense or so like, it's not so like, oh, like, I don't want to say it's, okay, what I'm trying to say is that it's not so romantic, but I don't want you to hear that and think that it's a good balance. It's like, there's romance, there's connection, there's intimacy, but there's also like playfulness, lightheartedness, exploration, like skill, you know what I'm saying? Screaming it out, fucking up the night. And then it's like, take me out, take me home, you're my lover. Can we always be this close? I'm just getting such like connected energy. And it's like, it's joyful, it's happy. It's like fun, sunshiny, lighthearted. It's easy. It's like, I don't know what that feeling of exhaustion was that I was getting. Maybe the exhaustion is coming from all of this type of play. All right, so let me see. Let's see what else comes through. Embrace the unknown. Yellow is hardcore sticking out for me here. I have a neighbor that's like playing music kind of loudly, and I can hear and feel the bass, and I don't know if that's coming across in the video, so if it is, I'm sorry, but also you're welcome. I'm just kidding. It fits the theme of this. You guys, I don't even know how to describe this energy. It's like, I don't want to, how do I describe this? I want to just tapping into this energy. It feels like a conversation. It feels like I'm just hanging out with you, talking to you. Like, there's no strict rubric. That's this. It's like, there's no rules or structure or anything that we have to follow. We don't have to be in this square. We don't have to confine ourselves to this tradition. We don't have to do what was done before. It's like we can create our own lane. By we, I mean, like, this is I'm describing your energy, and I think that this has to do with, this is very sexual energy. So maybe like when it comes to you and another person, this might be like, you're not like, I don't know, it's like friends with benefits, but it's more than friends with benefits, but it's not really like labeled or titled. It's like your own lane. Like, you guys know, you and this other person or thing, I'm getting another person. This is sexual energy. So it's like you and this other person, it's like you guys are creating your own lane, or there's a need to, or you want to. There's something about like, okay, I heard follow the unbeaten path, which is like, again, creating your own lane. I know the phrase is like something about the beaten path, but I heard follow the unbeaten path. So it's like you guys are figuring out and coming together, the two of you, and deciding with whatever works best with you two how to move forward in your own lane. And it may make sense or it may not. And it's like, it feels very like light and friends with benefits, in the sense that there's like no title, but it's more intimate, like an established exclusive relationship. It's the combination of both, but it's like neither. And I know that sounds so confusing, but if this is your message, you get what I'm saying. If this is like, I don't know, if this isn't making sense for you, I mean, this one's standing out. Follow your heart. If this isn't making sense for you, follow your heart. No, if this isn't making sense to you, then this might not be your message. You would know if it is. Or like maybe stick around a little bit and see, but follow your own intuition, follow your own heart. But it's like, that's the energy of this, is like you and this person, you guys are just following your heart, and you're not sure. Embrace the unknown. It's like you're not sure where this is going to take you or where this might lead, but it feels light and fun and good and just in a good direction. It's like there's no need. It's like we don't want to complicate this. Well, I heard overcomplicate. It's like we don't want to overcomplicate this by adding or checking in with or like assigning ourselves to whatever rule or rubric or structure or tradition or routine or expectation of everybody else. It's like we don't fit in that. What we have created on our own is our own, and it's perfect and it's great for us. And if anybody else wants to follow that path, by all means, but like this is our lane. And sure, we might not know what's next or how far this will go. It's like the unknown, but it's like there's a release. It's like a good release that happens in this, like this release of like tension and anxiety and stress and like all of this stuff that comes with being in the tradition or being in this routine or being in this expectation or being in this responsibility or being this person that the world says I have to be as a man or a woman, like, or as a parent or as a this or as a that. It's like in this connection, in this relationship, there's a release. There's like I heard let your guard down. It's like a freedom. Oh my God, it fit my heart. It's like, oh God, I could cry. It's like, I just heard like angels singing. Well, like not literal angel. It's like the like how it's depicted, in TV shows and stuff like that. Like I heard that. It's like that's how this feels. Yeah. Can I go where you go? Can we always be this close? Exactly. It's like I never want to leave this. Like I never want to leave this. Okay. Well, that took a turn, didn't it? I hope that's in frame. That's the self-pity, self-doubt card. So, what is that? This is like, I don't know, this is giving me like the expectations of the world or of society or of the, like tradition, maybe even like family, like how your lineage, like how it was done before you. That is like, and in that, it's like when you compare yourself or when you compare this situation to that, there's like this self-doubt, this self-pity. There's this like uncertainty of like, is this a thing I should be doing? Like, is this the person? Like, is this person good enough or am I good enough? Is this situation good enough? Is this like acceptable? Acceptable is not the word. It's like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like all this doubt and all this like, I can't have what I want. It's like, I can't have what I want when I start applying the rules of social norms to the situation. It won't. It's like that. This would be a clear no. Okay, I hope this is making sense what I'm saying. It's like this situation would be a clear no if you were to judge it against societal norms. And in doing that, there's this feeling of like self-pity and self-doubt. But when you just do what you do, it's something about, okay, so like scream it out, that whole feeling that I was getting about screaming into a pillow, you have throat chakra here. It's like something about expressing something unapologetically. It's like owning your truth. It's like speaking up on like, yes, I just heard this is my fucking situation. So like, it's like, so what? It's my situation to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm comfortable with my situation, why should it matter to anybody else? Why should it make anybody else uncomfortable? Like, if we have a good thing, if we have an understanding, if we have come to terms, if this situation involving me and this other person is beneficial to me and this other person, and it's not causing harm to anybody, like, why should it matter whether or not it falls in line with social norms or whatever the situation is? Or like tradition, or family expectations, or just like, I don't know. You guys know what I'm saying. There's like this, it's like when you, okay. Yeah, all right, let me just, with this one, it's like, it's like that feeling, like that deep breath, close your eyes, really just kind of like, did I say that earlier? Yeah, like that kind of like centering. And then speak from a place of authority. And by authority, like your own authority. Speak from a place of authority. Like, no one should be able to tell you how to live your life or what it's that energy. Like, I feel like there's like outside energy that's fucking up a good thing because it doesn't make sense to the outside, but it's not going to make sense for the outside because they're outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a person that's lived outside in an igloo in snow all the time, and you have no experience with being inside of a house, and you have no experience with what that's like, or a fireplace or anything, it's not going to make sense why a person's walking around in their underwears. You don't know what it feels like to be warm inside of a home next to a fireplace with central heat, as a person that's always lived outside in the snow in igloos, who has to wrap up and bundle in all these layers of clothing and fur and and you got to hunt for you. Like, you're not going to understand that person that's inside. That's what this is. It's like, this is a situation where when you're inside and it's just you and that other person, it makes sense. It's warm, it's cozy, it's inviting. Like, you want to stay there and cuddle forever. You know what I'm saying? But then you have the outside looking in and judging. And then when you start to consider that or notice that or compare your situation to that, then there's like self-pity and like self-doubt and like, oh, well, I don't know. It's like an expectation that you have to like hold yourself to or something. Like, I'm so distracted, you guys. My fish is off to the side and he's playing with his food. It's a beta fish. I never knew fish could have such personality. And honestly, like, I don't know if I'm just super simple or like if this fish is a G. And I think the fish is a G. Anyways, sorry, you guys. So there's that energy. And then, but so I don't know. I feel like I want to there's more to this. So talk to me, Spirit. What is this one? This one is like, there's more to this. By more to this, I mean like there's like something about, I don't know if this is, they're encouraging you to like kind of like speak up about your truth, like your truth from a calm place of authority. Like, I don't want to say like, I don't give a fuck what you think, but like, that's what's coming through. And it doesn't have to be aggressive. It doesn't have to be authority like that. I mean, you, so you know who you're interacting with, you know how you need to interact with whoever you need to interact with and what their type of reaction would be. You know what's the appropriate way to engage. So, I mean, I'm not here to tell you that, like how to say, what to say, anything like that, but there's a need to speak up about your truth from a place of authority, which is to say like, I respect it. I don't want to hear it though. This is my life. This is what I want. This is what makes me happy. This is the path that I choose, and whatever comes of it will be mine to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And I would appreciate your support, but if you feel like this is something you cannot support, I recognize that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but ultimately the decision is mine. And then you can, I don't know, like you can handle that as you want to. I don't really know what the dilemma is with that. I feel like there's like I don't know what the hesitation is with speaking up with that. With speaking up about like your truth in that way. What is the hesitation? Let me use, I haven't used tarot for any of the other piles. This is a no tarot reading, apparently. This is a no tarot reading. So, you're welcome. Dedication is needed. Okay. I'm getting like dedication to yourself, like dedication to yourself, your needs, your wants, your desire, your ability to speak up from your own place of authority, your ability to assert yourself in your own life in the direction that you want. Lower your defenses. So I feel like it's just coming through as a message of like, there's no need to explain or justify or defend your choices that you make about your life. Who is, I don't mean to be so aggressive, but it's like, who gives a fuck what somebody has to say about your life? Are you like, I imagine that you're an adult, you know what I mean? That you're supporting, that you are able to like make your own decisions and, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's like, you know, your own situation is going to be different for everybody, but like, it's your life. You can speak up on it. I don't know. This is going to a general reading. So I don't know if you're like, you know, 18, 19, 20 in college, still at home with your parents and they still have like a say so or whatever. Like maybe if you, I don't know, you know your situation, but it's like, there's this encouragement, there's this message of like, you don't need to like explain or justify. It can be as simple as like, I respect your opinion and how you feel about this situation, but ultimately this situation is mine and it involves me. Like I'm gonna go in that direction. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the hesitation? Why do you like, what is your response? Is it a fear-based response? Are you like, do you know, I mean, like work it out in the way. I just get a strong sense that the particulars of this situation is going to be different for many people. So I don't want to give too much about like how to navigate that because you'll know your own situation, but there's just a general message of like lower your defenses. And by that, I mean like, you don't have to explain or justify or whatever. You can, if someone's uncertain or they don't understand and you choose that you want to like elaborate a little bit more, you can do so, but do so on your own accord, not because you feel like someone is forcing that into you or, you know, bullying you into it or holding something over your head and saying like if you don't tell me or if you don't live life or make this decision by my rules, then da 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 da. Because then at that point, like consider that relationship. Embrace conflict, fight for what you believe. Exactly. Like this goes back to like, speak from your place of authority. Like this is my decision. This is my life. This is the direction that I want to go. This is the relationship I want to have. This is the type of whatever. Like this is what I'm going to choose. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, someone may have an issue with it or they might speak up about it aggressively or whatever. Like you don't have to engage in that way. It doesn't have to be an all-out war because ultimately you know that you are the authority over your own personhood, over your own life, over your own choices. So like, what's the issue? Like whether someone agrees with it or not, it basically comes down to like ego and self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you care that much about what someone thinks or how someone might judge the situation? Then, you know, from the outside looking in, going back to that example, Spirit's bringing back to the example, like, it's like you have these people who have lived outside in the snow in igloos, wrapped in fur, and they're judging you for being in a house in your coziest like shorts and shirt or whatever by the fire, wrapped in blanket. Like they can't, it's like they're judging something that they've never experienced. So their judgments, their perspectives, it's not valid. So why are you giving them that like much credit? Why are you putting that much weight in their opinion? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, put that much weight on how you feel about the situation. Dedicate that much energy and defensive, like, dedicate that much to your own, to support your own direction forward. Like, it's like the energy that you put into defending or explaining or justifying or whatever. Don't exert your energy in that way. Exert your energy to in a positive way, in a way that gives you a release, in a way that feels good, in a way that's, it connects you, in a way that allows you to follow your heart, that allows you to use your skill. Okay, so I'm getting two things for log your dreams. One, you might be getting some like intuitive downloads through your dreams, some prophetic dreams. So you might want to log your dreams, but I'm also getting like log your dreams as far as like, what is it that you want? Like, what do you truly want? When if you were to be able to freely follow your heart without whatever restrictions there are, if you were able to just embrace the unknown and go after whatever your dreams are, what would that be? Have you ever sat down to ask yourself, like, what do you truly want from your heart space? Not what's expected of you, not what do you want according to tradition, not what do you want according to somebody else and what they say you should have, not according to societal expectations. What do you want according to your heart? Have you ever taken the time to ask yourself that? If not, now's a good time. And then write that down, log that down. And what does that mean for you? You know what I'm saying? Like if you say, oh, I want a house, what are you asking for really? Are you looking for stability? Are you looking for security? Are you looking for your own sacred space to make your own and create an ambiance that's conducive to your own needs? Like, when you say I want a house, are you looking to fill that house with laughter and family and memories and, like food and that type of thing? Comfort? Like, what is it that are you looking for a house that's like a mansion and very functional and kind of like you want to show that off and like have it on the cover of a magazine? Or like, what is it that you want from your heart's perspective? And I feel like that's going to help you, like, and be honest about that. Like, be honest about that for real. You don't have to share this with anyone. This is just for you and yourself, you and your spirit guides, you and the divine, you and the universe, you and God, you and the higher power, you and Allah, you and whoever is, you don't have to share it with any like physical person or anything like that. It could just be between you and you, but like at least to get you in a direction. Be honest about what it is that you want truly. And if you don't know, that's okay. You can ask your spirit guides, your guardian angels, your ancestors, like in the spiritual realm, the divine archangels. You can ask the spiritual realm to help show you. And they can show you, or they may have been showing you through your dreams, through your like dream state when you're sleeping. So there's a need to pay attention to that. So yeah, and then something about like being, I heard like be true to your heart. Something about being true to yourself and being true to your heart, following your own desires is gonna help you to like give that release that you need of like this tension and this like, it's like holding on so tight because it's like if you let go of something, who knows what might fall apart type of thing. It's like it's the okay to do that, and whatever falls apart is meant to fall apart, because it like if you have to hold on to it that tightly in order for it to stay together, then it needs to fall apart. There's something that's not foundationally structured to support for like that, whatever it was, like it may have served in the moment that it served and it's good for whatever, but like things, rebirth, it's like it needs to take a new form now. It's no longer beneficial. It's now getting you to the point where you feel like you need to scream it the fuck out, and that's not healthy. So like release it, let it go. That's going to give you that release to bring you back to that like center. Remember I kept saying like the like that. It's like that deep centered sigh of relief, like this, just like, oh God, this feels good. Like that's how this situation is. like, oh God, this feels so good. Like, this is just so, I can relax. Like, I don't have to stress or worry. This is effortless. Like, I can just breathe and be cool and enjoy. And like, it's our thing and it works for us. And we have it the way that we have it. We're not one person is like, one person meaning like you and the other. It's like, you guys are, you can, it's like, if any stressors come up, it's manageable. You guys can communicate together, work it out, whatever, come up with a solution. Like, it's manageable. It's not like, you don't have to clench butt cheeks because a stressor comes up and now it's like, holy shit, I gotta be, you know, now there's all this tension because if this doesn't, da, 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 like, you don't have to do all that in this situation. And that feels good. So like, give into that, give to that, give to that. Stop giving to the outside that's like constantly just like throwing rocks. Don't give to that. Give to the situation that you want to grow and build. And that's pretty straightforward, pile 3. That is your message here. So I certainly hope that that resonated, that you got something out of that. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you think that this message will help somebody else, please feel free to share it along. If you are returning from a past video, I want to say thank you so much for coming back. And if this is your first time, I hope to see you in a future video. Thank you so much, pile 1. See you next time. Oh, I'm sorry, pile 3. Bye.